What is going on, guys? Han Yolo, another beer video. Today I got a comparison video. Well, I just did a video of Heady Topper from Alchemist 8% ABV double IPA. Never had it before, thought I did. And I will be comparing that to something I know I had for sure because I can see a can of it right there. Focal Banger, also from Alchemist, is 7% ABV IPA. Don't remember a whole lot about that, but that I just did a video on, and it lives up to the hype. And definitely, like I mentioned in the actual review of that, I'm gonna say it's the best beer that I've had that was able to like really combine West Coast and East Coast or New England style IPA, I suppose, in one beer. Like you get all the juice qualities, you get that super hoppiness of it, and everything just works really, really well together. It's complex, but not complex at the same time, if that makes any sense. So let me get this into a glass, man, and the canning date on this is 1/28/2020, and this one is 1/27/2020. So they were canned basically around the same time, one day apart. Today is the 6th of March, so they are both about a month old. And again, I don't remember what this tastes like. No, I did a video on it. Didn't want to rewatch it just because I wanted to see if my taste buds are the same still. So I'm just going to very quickly talk about this beer. Yeah, pour with 2 fingers of head. I actually forgot to roll this can. I rolled Heady Topper and it didn't pour with all this sediment. My bad. Didn't roll that. I'm sure it still tastes the same, but the head, white head, frothy, soapy, very similar. I would say it's identical to Heady Topper. The color, Heady Topper is definitely more cloudy here. So the white label glass is Heady Topper, and then the black label glass is Focal Banger. Putting it side by side, yeah, definitely Heady Topper is more hazy or cloudy. I would say this is cloudy, so Focal Banger's cloudy, and Heady Topper is hazy. Although it's not like a Treehouse or a Great Notion type hazy, it's still hazy, and the heads are basically the same. I just smelled that one. Let's smell this one first. I'm gonna say this one is more. It has more of that dank aroma, whereas Heady Topper had it, but it wasn't as strong. It wasn't as present. This has more of like a very overripe orange, very overripe, I don't even know, like melon quality to it, like a cantaloupe, super overripe, like mushy, damn near rotten. And I feel like I have to search a little bit more for the aroma in the Focal Banger than I did Heady Topper. But citrus, of course, is always present in these beers, or just IPAs in general, I feel like, unless it's like a passion fruit or something that's pretty dominant. Peaches, mangoes, maybe not peaches, but mangoes, melon, citrus, dank. I'm not sure what else I'm getting. I think that's about it. Whereas in Heady Topper, since I literally just did a video on it minutes ago, like I mentioned, it was dank, but not as dank as that, and you get more candied orange, slight orange pithy, hoppy aroma. That still holds true. It smells sweet. That's kind of how I'm relating to this candied citrus, candied orange. It smells fresher. It smells more vibrant. It smells, I would say, more inviting than Focal Banger. I know Focal Banger is a solid, legit beer because I've had it. I remember liking it. I remember that much. Yeah, I would say this is more vibrant, more pleasant. Less of that dank, I guess not musty, but musty. Let's get into the flavors. I'm going to start with Focal Banger because I just had Heady Topper. It drinks better than it smells, in my opinion. It is definitely different than Heady Topper. This is more hop bite up front, fades out fairly quickly. I mean, the hoppiness is still there, but it fades quickly, and the finish doesn't last very long. I mean, it's still kind of lingering, but it doesn't last as long as Heady Topper, whereas Heady Topper is all juice up front, and then fade out to be this stronger, more intense, hoppy beer, and like it kind of just developed and lingered around, and there was this sweetness, like this candy citrus note that kind of just was developing as the hoppiness was developing the entire time. And the finish on Heady Topper is much longer, whereas this is basically gone, and it's all more hop, less sweetness, less candied flavor. I would say no hoppy or no citrus candied flavor at all. It's kind of just a larger hop bite, more intense up front, and doesn't linger around as long. So very good beer. This, I think, I'm not sure if it's because of the hop bite that kind of comes up very forefront, but it does taste more crisp, I suppose, on the palate. So like you get more of that carbonation snap to it, rather than Heady Topper. You get a lot of juice up front. It's softer. It's not as I guess crisp up front as this beer, but I much prefer Heady Topper over Folkelbanger, although Folkelbanger is still a very solid beer. I would relate this more to like a West Coast IPA, subtracting away, you know, the piney, danky resininess. This is a lot more hoppy, just throughout the entire beer than Heady Topper. But Heady Topper is, I would say, just as it develops, the hoppiness is it gradually increases, whereas this gradually decreases, and that just is more of a complex beer, whereas this is just a larger, it's like a hop bomb, basically. Getting citrus. This is floral, whereas that is not floral at all. That's more fruity. This is floral, hoppy. I don't want to say it's one note because that sounds like it makes it like basic bad beer, but like it is not as complex. You don't get sweetness. You don't get, well, maybe very little, but it's basically just a, like I said, a hop bomb, a hop flower bomb. There you go, because it's more floral for sure. And like I like both. I prefer one over the other. I like Heady Topper more than I like Folkelbanger. Some people might like Folkelbanger more than they like Heady Topper. This is 7%. It drinks great. I don't taste alcohol at all. If you told me it was 6%, I believe you. Told me it was 5.5%, I believe you. I mean, if you told me it was 4%, I probably won't, because it definitely doesn't taste like a 4%. Like a 4, in my opinion, would be a very light IPA. Damn near tasting like a pale ale, probably, like just a hoppy pale ale, I suppose. Excuse me. Yeah, just both great beers. One's 7%, one's 8%. I prefer Heady Topper, and these are both about the same age. They're like 1 day apart in canning, so like basically the same amount of age has gone by. And I rolled one. I didn't roll the other one. I don't think that matters as far as flavoring goes. But appearance-wise, this has sediment, whereas this does not, or at least you can't see it because it's more cloudy. But yeah, I don't think that matters to flavoring at all. Let's drink this one down a little bit. And of course, we gotta do, this is what Joe would call a cuvee, and my battery, or my camera is about to die. Show me the battery note. So I'm gonna dump the Folkelbanger into the Heady Topper here. Try not to break anything. And let's give this a quick swirl, see if it all mixes all together. Forms a great head once again. And the color is basically a lighter version of Heady Topper. It's still very cloudy. Let's get the aroma on this real quick. Smells more. It smells danker, but it still kept that tropical fruit or just fruit in general aroma. But it definitely got danker. Still smells sweet. Still smells like candy oranges. And it wasn't a 50-50 ratio. I had more Heady Topper than I did Focal Banger. Let's get into this. Not gonna lie, I like Heady Topper more alone. Adding the Focal Banger basically just made it hoppier, less juicy. It's basically just like a slightly sweet, less hoppy version of Focal Banger. That's literally what this tastes like. You don't really get a whole lot of, I guess you get more dankness, but very little. And the main changes are just you lose the juice quality, like the big juice up front. Definitely gets hoppier, and yeah, I don't know. I kind of just prefer Heady Topper by itself. Both are very good beers, man. Yeah, nothing else to it, man. Still tastes great together. I definitely prefer Heady Topper or them separately, just because Heady Topper tastes better by itself. But anyways, I just wanted to do a comparison video between two of these very great beers that I was fortunate enough to receive from 1 Minute Beer Reviews, aka Todd. Thank you. And yeah, Alchemist beers, Heady Topper at 8% ABV, Focal Banger at 7% ABV, both IPAs, one double, one not. If you guys liked the video, give a thumbs up, comment below, subscribe for more videos, hit that bell for notifications of new videos, and as always, dream big dreams and believe all things possible. Thank you for watching. Cheers.